Hey everybody, let's circle up. I've got an announcement about changes to the syllabus, changes to activities and assignments, and changes to how you're going to be graded for the rest of spring 2020. Circle up. The international sign of the donut is now our official course sign. Thanks for watching that video yesterday where I explained all that, and I realized that video was using syllabi from my other history course, but I knew you could deal with that. The truth is, I've just been working, it feels like around the clock for the last 10 days to figure out what to do, and I just ran out of time to make a video just for you guys, so I hope you didn't mind. Circle stands for courage to do something bold here, and the plan I have for our course is pretty bold. R for realism, I'm going to be real about this. C for compassion for the difficult situations that we're all in, and L for love of learning. Especially with the upper level course like this, I'm just going to count on your love of learning to help you power through and make something worthwhile out of a course that isn't going to be what we thought it was going to be. Alright, first thing I want to say about changing the syllabus is I'm giving all of you a choice, a pretty big choice. There's a research project in this course, the Oral History Research Project, where you interview people, hopefully from your own family, about how they lived through the 60s. That's a treasure of assignment. Everybody who's ever done one has loved it. I get more compliments and feedback from students about this assignment than almost anything I do. Your choice is this: if you can do the research project, if you can interview family members or somebody in this age of social distancing, if you can do it and you want to do it, then I say go big or go home. We're going to let you do that research project, and that's going to be all you do from here until the end of the term. You're going to go all in with your oral history research project and make that one fantastic history paper. If you can't do oral history interviews because we're all experiencing home confinement and whatnot, or you just don't want to do a big research paper like that, then I'm going to ask you to continue with the regular schedule of course readings, the writing of point paragraphs, and so forth, and you won't have to do a research paper. That's the choice: to do a research paper or to do the coursework, meaning read the readings, write point paragraphs, and so forth. What are you going to do? I'd like you to let me know in the next couple of days which of those options best fits your desires and your situation. Now, grading, here's how it's going to work grade-wise. We have a lot of grades already in the books because we had already met for 7 weeks. We're going to put a pin in that grade, and going forward for the next 7 weeks we're going to adopt a very different system. It's basically pass-fail, only by pass-fail I mean if you do the work of a research paper, or if you do the work of coursework, and if you do it with good faith, I'm going to give you full points on everything you do, and we won't be worried very much about grades. If you skip an assignment in the coursework, if you don't turn in a research paper, well, then you would get a 0 for that. But I know none of you are going to fail in that way. So basically, what I'm saying is, I'm going to trust you to let your love of learning take over here and do good work. And I'm going to evaluate it. I'll give you feedback, all the feedback you want, but I'm not going to worry about grades. And I don't want you to be worried about grades either. You've got a 60s literacy exam that's 20% of the course grade, right? We can count that as is. We'll just let the research paper then be 80% of the course grade, and I promise to work with you on your research papers using advice and feedback in multiple drafts until the paper you turn at the end is an A. So, whatever you got on the 60s literacy exam will be 20% of your grade, and then your oral history research paper, which is going to be an A, because we're going to work that hard on it, that's going to be the other part of your grade. And if you choose the coursework option, you'll have 20% of your grade be the 60s literacy exam that you've already done, and then 80% of the grade will be the coursework that you do, which is mostly point paragraphs. And that's going to be an A, because if you do it with full faith, I'm just going to give you full credit on points. And so you'll be in the same boat as people doing the oral history research paper option. That's the choice you have to make. Now, let's make up a to-do list so you know what to do in the next, say, 48 hours. First thing to do is probably go to Moodle and look at the revised course schedule. That might help you make up your mind as to whether you want to do oral history research project or stick with the coursework. And I've redone the schedule so that we're not meeting, Monday, Wednesday, Friday anymore. Now there are modules. I think there's 17 modules that ask you to read, to watch a film, to write a point paragraph, and then to do one other thing. That is, we'll use a Moodle forum for you to post a question from the readings. And I'll expect everybody in these modules to post a question and to answer somebody else's question. I can explain more about that at another time. So, first thing to do is go look at that revised schedule. Second thing to do, if you decide on the oral history project that you want to keep going with that, drop me a note and just tell me where you are with it and what your plan is going forward. We'll stick to the scheduled research assignments if they make sense for you. Now, if they don't make sense, then we'll just make up a schedule of stepped assignments that's unique to you. If you're going to do the coursework option, drop me a note to let me know that in the next 48 hours. And get going. There's readings scheduled starting next week in week 8. There's two modules on the new left coming up right away. Finally, on Moodle, I'm going to create a hangout for everybody in our class. You'll see it right underneath the announcements at the top of the Moodle page. It'll say History 338 Brew by the Slough. And that'll be our imaginary corner of Brew by the Slough, where we hang out together to ask questions, post funny videos and history memes, to whatever you want to make of it. Oh my God, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. I must have cut myself just a minute ago making dinner. Okay, I'm not going to touch the computer. Sorry about that, folks. Jeez, I got blood all over my jeans. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Brew by the Slough. If you have ideas for what we could do as a class together to keep that fun sense of community going that I thought we had there in John Deere Auditorium, give me your ideas there. Say something in Brew by the Slough, and I'll think about it, whether we can do it. Like, I mean, would it be fun to, in week, I don't know, week 10 or 11, do a Google Meet hangout together and report on how our oral histories are going and what we're learning about them that's different from the beta story? Now, I think we could do that. So, I'll look for you in our classes Brew by the Slough. Hope to hear from you in the next 48 hours by Monday evening, say, about what your decision is going to be. Oral history research project, or continue with the coursework and not do the project at all. Good luck making your decision there. And until we see each other again, let's stay in a circle. Bye.